What's good? It's the All-Purpose Podcast with our guy Greg Dortch, the GM Saul Bookman. I'm Bo Brock. We're hanging out with you on a Tuesday. Title of this podcast, The Change-Up. Things are changing up with the Arizona Cardinals as they are halfway through the season, Greg, making some moves. Your guy Joshua Dobbs headed to Minnesota on a trade this afternoon before the NFL trade deadline. I got to imagine a little bit of an uneasy feeling just being an NFL player at this time of year.
For sure, because you just never know. Man, just so much can happen in such a little time, and you just got to be prepared for everything, really.
It's wild. It's wild. I mean, I couldn't even imagine, like, if I walked into the office, well, I would be the one that made the move, but, you know, like, if I just walked in and Bo wasn't here, I'm like, hey, where'd Bo go?
Yeah.
Like, oh, he got traded. I'm like, damn. All right. Yeah. It's kind of wild, you know?
I'm sitting there trying to get my kid to daycare, and I get a phone call from Saul Bookman. It's like, hey, you're headed to Minnesota. You got to be there in the next 24 hours.
Things happen fast.
Yeah, pack your bags. I mean, let's talk about Joshua Dobbs, because I feel like it was a mutually beneficial relationship here between the Cardinals and Dobbs. He came in there and did a job to his best of his abilities. He played at a high level during a couple weeks of the season for this Cardinals team, and now he gets to continue to go on and potentially start for a Vikings team after building up his resume for the Cards. Just talk about Josh and what he did for you guys in that locker room.
He did a lot. He's a very smart kid. He came in and just was a professional.
Yeah.
And as a quarterback, that's what you want. So best wishes of luck to him. It's just crazy how things work, though. Like, he was just here yesterday and now he's gone. So just got to take advantage of every opportunity. Yeah. And I feel like he did that when he was here.
Yeah, you know, I'll say this, you know, from my perspective, I thought he did an admirable job jumping in here with 1 week before the season, trying to figure everything out, moving, and then the way you guys started out, like, you had a chance to win about 4 or 5 of your first 4 or 5 games, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and maybe of late things got a little away from him, but I thought overall, to be honest with you, I thought he was the best option that you guys had for a long stretch of that season, because you don't know what you're going to get from a 5th-round rookie in Clayton Tune, and I'm sure, you know, he's doing all the work that he needs to do to possibly prepare. He might play this Sunday. It might be Kyler. Who knows? But it was just really fascinating to see what he was all about, what he brought to the table, and that even though a lot of experts, a lot of people did not predict the Cardinals to be a playoff contender or anything like that, I still thought that you guys were one of the funner teams to watch in the NFL for that first iteration of the season.
I agree with you. I feel like we still are a fun team.
Yeah,
you are,
honestly.
Oh, the fun is coming, man.
Yeah,
I mean, the fun is coming.
Brewing.
I mean, this week, obviously, there's a lot of questions going on, and we're not going to press our guy Greg Dortch on that as far as Kyler Murray starting this week. No, we're not going to do that to you, because Jonathan Gannon, you wouldn't be in his good graces if you did that, right?
I don't know anyway. I don't know. It'll be a surprise to me, right. But I know whoever they choose will be ready.
That's right, because there's so much familiarity. Obviously, you're boys with Kyler. You guys are tight. You've played, you know, you guys played together last year. And then there's Clayton Tune, who's you've been, you know, you're his number one receiver, it feels like, since the beginning of training camp. I mean, talk about Clayton Tune, what he brings to the table if he's the guy come Sunday.
Man, I feel like you've seen it on tape. Everything that he's shown throughout the preseason from day one since he got here. Just look at his track record and the things that he's done. The thing that he's done. I think he's a learning kid, and he's going to continue to get better. I think he's the type of guy who gets better with playing and going through it and experiencing it. So if he gets the chance to step up and make that opportunity, I think he'll make the most out of it.
You think it's, you know, from your standpoint, you know, spread offense versus under the center, that's a lot of the conversation going on between, and even Clayton Tune, you know, like he came from Houston and that was all shotgun. There was, putting his hand underneath the center was just foreign, right? He comes here, he's got to learn that process, Kyler's kind of going through that as well, a little to a certain degree. I know he played under center before. All quarterbacks have at some point, but that adjustment from a wide receiver's perspective, is there anything unique to that, or is it just all the kind of the same, whether they're under the center or in the shotgun?
I feel like it's all the same, man. The ball comes out the same. I know it's a lot different for them, just the different drops and the timing and everything, but for receivers, man, we still have to get to our route depth and be on time with everything. So everything's pretty much the same.
When you see Tune, he was the second most athletic quarterback in the combine. Obviously, Anthony Richardson was like next level, right? But Tune's sneaky athletic. When we've seen the things that Dobbs was able to do, a bunch of explosive runs. It seems like every game Dobbs had an explosive run. Is it a misconception that Tune can't do some similar things?
Like I said before, man, I feel like the tapes has shown that he's pretty mobile. He's a sneaky, pretty good athlete. Like he's strong, and he's confident. And like I said before, when I was playing with him in the preseason, I was excited each week to see what he'll do on the field. And now his time might come again, so I'm excited again. I'm excited.
You were one of his favorite receivers in the preseason. I can see why you were excited.
I think he had a good relationship with Tank Dell. And me and Tank Dell kind of have the similar body type, so it was pretty easy for him to kind of learn how to throw to me.
Can you tell our viewers, our listeners of the All Purpose Podcast, like something we don't know about Clayton Tune? Maybe just something maybe just not even about being a player out there.
Like off the field?
Yeah.
Well, me and him recently just started like getting more in depth, but I know his girlfriend is a teacher.
Okay.
She's a teacher. So my girlfriend's a nurse. So hopefully we can kind of join forces and like talk that out and hang out sometimes. But off the field, I haven't really talked to Clayton that much about off the field things, man. We be so tied in with work sometimes and just trying to get us a win, and just, man, it's just sometimes you just don't get the time to do that.
You guys, I don't imagine there's a lot of BS time in the locker room like during the season. You know, just pretty much get in, get your work done.
Set times for everything, meetings. Guys are trying to get lifts in throughout the week, trying to get their bodies back right, saunas, eating. The week's pretty.
Yeah, because I imagine a lot of people, they don't understand that part. You know, they think, oh, you're at the facility for 8 hours. You're going to have some time where you're just BSing in the locker room. But you don't. Like,
they just see the videos of us shadow boxing and stuff. Like, that's like 10 minutes of our time.
Right.
Like,
That's it.
We're just trying to have fun.
I feel like you guys try to get that in any way you can. Like guys coming out quick from lifting.
You see him, you might get one in. Yeah. Just to keep things fun.
I saw this recently. I mean, people come up, they want the impromptu smoke from Greg Dortch as far as the shadow boxing. They put cameras in your face, whether it's a Hollywood Brown or, Zach Pascal. What's going on?
So during camp, actually fans were like doing rock, paper, scissors, shoot with me. Like, I actually like doing that, like with fans. Like, that's pretty fun. I haven't lost yet. So anyway, I'm serious. I haven't lost. So that's been fun. But the shadow boxing, do y'all know how to play?
No.
Well, you taught us the rules the other day, so
it's actually pretty addicting once you like learn how to play, and like it's pretty cool.
You just can't go the same way that they point.
Yeah.
You and Saul on air right now.
I'm glad you're not putting me on the spot, because I was about to admit I know I'll be embarrassed. Well, I will be.
You win some, you lose some. But you're going to get better.
When you talk about how you're undefeated in rock, paper, scissors, I would be defeated. I would be a winless team in shadow box, no doubt about it. So I'm glad you put the GM on the spot.
At my age, I need to stretch out for like an hour. Otherwise, I'm pulling something in my neck. This is not going to happen.
So if I go this way and I follow, you're out.
Yes.
Yeah, but you got to do it 3 times. Like, you don't want to go the same way that I point 3 times. So if I do that and you go that way and then I do that, you go up, that's twice. So if you got one more chance.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
You're out?
Yeah. Come on. All right, well, now I'm putting you on the spot.
Come on, man. We'll have to
maybe next time.
Maybe we'll do that after the podcast.
First.
We're not diving into that. We'll get into Jessica's question, how our guy Greg Dortch is feeling. Also, I got a story about his future quarterback, one that involved myself in talk about embarrassing. We'll get into that.
My God, bro.
We got to tell you about our friends over at Circle K. You got to become a member of the Inner Circle. It's easy. It's free. All you have to do is download the app. from Circle K. It's sign up for the app. It's America's Thirst Shop, and you can save 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups. Get every 6 free selection of Circle K products, including pizza, coffee, ice cold fountain drinks. Those Polar Pops, they're unbelievable. Join the inner circle today with Circle K, downloading that Circle K app. Terms, conditions apply, participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for details. If you are a procrastinator like myself and you didn't get that Halloween candy, jump into a Circle K. It's on every corner. Get yourself some Skittles, get yourself some Snickers.
Dude, you must make some big bucks, man.
I know.
Circle K for all the treats?
If you're an Inner Circle member, you'll save some coin while doing so. But Greg, Halloween, what's your goat costume that you dressed up in?
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not big on Halloween costumes.
Okay.
But like, I'm not gonna lie, I would wear a costume, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
You didn't have one growing up? That's it. That was the one that's my core Halloween memory.
I remember I wore like a Green Bay's Packer like jumpsuit.
Okay.
And I had like a big old afro. So I have to bring in the picture one day. I'm sure my mom has it.
Okay.
But like, I had like a football in my hand and a big Green Bay Packers jumpsuit with an afro. So
looking like Reggie White out there in his heyday. I remember growing up, because I grew up in Virginia too, like you would have the most on point costume, and then if it dipped below a certain degree, mom was ruining your costume by throwing a jacket over you. People in Arizona don't have those problems solved.
Well, no, we had the opposite. So that took me back to, back in the day when the Arizona Republic and the Phoenix Gazette existed, they had a ranch and we had like a whole, all the kids could come and do costume. I was a werewolf and my mom had to put all this like latex paint all over my face with like matted on hair and all this other stuff, and I got second place, but it was like 100 degrees outside, and so like halfway through the costume contest, we're walking around this big circle, and I got like chunks of paint just falling off my head. It was awful, man. It was awful. So I did get second place. Some girl with some. I don't know why I'm so big. Why do I remember this 30 years later? But it's like you just triggered me. She was wearing like this big like plastic bag with a whole bunch of balloons all over it, and she had like balloons all over her head and stuff like that. She called herself an atom, and I was like, that shit. It was trash. Yeah. It was trash. Whoever that person was, you shouldn't have won first place.
You're gonna say like grapes or something, like grapes on a vine, maybe. But
I guess.
An atom. That's not great. Halloween candy. What's the top candy?
Please don't say Almond Joy.
I like Almond Joys. I know a lot of people don't like candy corns either. Candy corn?
I love candy corn.
Okay, I know a lot of people who don't like candy corn.
But Almond Joy is probably like, I like Almond Joy, but it is definitely not a top tier Halloween candy.
I think it is.
Well,
that's just me.
That's just the
I'm a big Almond Joy guy.
Why do we not like chocolate and almonds? Is there something else in it?
Kids don't like almonds, dude.
Almonds are
coconut, right?
Yeah.
That's the coconut. The coconut's the issue there.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good candy. Don't get me wrong, but it's just not for kids.
So what do you like? Twix, Snickers?
Me, I like Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, so Sour Patch Kids are like the number one. It's got to be number one.
So you would much rather have like something like that, like Skittles, Starburst, or chocolate.
Yeah. That's my thing. I'm not a big chocolate guy in the first place, which makes everybody mad here, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody has so many hard takes around here. You can't enjoy all the candy like myself. Like if my kid comes home with a haul, I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna have Skittles because I'm not either. You know? But I'm all in. Reese's, you can't go wrong. Twix, you can't go wrong. I'm all about it. I'm out on candy corn. You can't. That will be left over. Throw it in the trash. That's
Do you
how
like
you
eggnog?
consume.
Eggnog?
I feel like the people that don't like candy corn don't like eggnog too.
I don't know how I feel about eggnog though.
Eggnog,
a little bourbon in it.
Eggnog is probably my favorite.
I might have to have it again. I
have eggnog ice cream in my freezer right now.
There you go. See, Jacob gets it.
That's funny.
I just bought my first gallon of eggnog last night. I forgot to drink it
early.
Too. Damn.
I mean, I already saw Target's already ready for Christmas.
I know. That's crazy.
So is the Bookman family. They got the eggnog. You got the Franklins. They got their eggnog ice cream. It's seasonal, though. I mean, I can get in some eggnog on Christmas Eve, but I'm out 364 other days of the year.
That's funny.
That's no fun, man. It's a whole month.
This is what I don't like. I don't understand how something is good for a month for some people, but then there's like, no, I just can't do it the rest of the year. It's like, well, if you like it for 1 month, why won't you like it for the rest of the year?
Like turkey. Like deep frying a turkey, you should be able to do that whenever you want.
100%.
But for whatever reason, it can only be done on Thanksgiving, and it makes no sense at all.
That's another bad take that I have. I'm not a turkey guy.
Oh,
I don't like
ham
on Thanksgiving. I'm like, well, why do we have this dirty bird turkey as like the centerpiece for this incredible meal where you get together with family and friends?
In the oven, bro?
I've had it all kinds of ways. Deep fried. I've had it smoked. I've had it, baked.
Injected?
Yeah, I've had it. Yeah.
So what I'm saying, like, what's the meat of choice? Like ham?
I mean, if I'm gonna go and I'm gonna spend time with my family, I want red meat. I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but for Thanksgiving, you know that you're not going to get that on Thanksgiving.
Not in my household.
What are you going to eat? Prime rib or something?
Yeah, prime rib.
Oh, see, that's for Christmas.
I could do that. I could do a prime rib. Yeah.
I do prime rib for Christmas.
I could do a prime rib too. Yeah.
But
turkey is like.
Turkey can get dry, but turkey's good like the next day as well.
Oh yeah.
On a sandwich or something, like, this is really good.
I'll take the leftovers, Thanksgiving turkey sandwich. I'm all on that.
I made a Thanksgiving sandwich based off of Friends, off of Ross. And the little moist maker in the middle. Hey, that shit was elite. I'm not gonna lie.
Unreal where our conversation has just gone. We were talking some Christmas, and it feels like Christmas morning with the potential return of Kyler Murray. So I heard through sources that Kyler Murray was looking good in practice last week. He was
looking good.
He was ripping up.
It's always looking good.
Yeah,
always looking good, man.
Now he was primarily working with the twos. So were you out there catching? You were working K1 exclusively.
Yeah. Like I said, bro, the swagger, the confidence that he brings when he's out there, it's just good to have him around, man. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. Like, he's taking it day by day. He's getting close.
You know who has not had a good time with Kyler coming back and getting ready and getting back into the motion and throwing stuff?
Nobody.
Oh, why don't you tell him?
Yeah, that's right. So, not last Friday, but the previous Friday, I left the locker room talking to good folks on the team. Mm-hmm. It was ending my day covering the Cardinals, and Kyler's out there putting in some extra work. And he's working. He's got the elastic band. He's just doing some dropbacks. And I'm listening to some audio from Izzy Warfork, your guys' quarterback coach, right? Mm-hmm. So I got my phone up to my ear. This is my dominant hand. It's my right hand. And Kyler drops back, and then he looks over and he sees me. And as soon as he catches eyes with me, he just drops a dime on me. He throws me a pass.
Did you catch it?
Look, I had my phone in my hand, and I went to go with my left hand, and it missed my left hand, hit me in the chest. And then just kind of bounded down the hill there.
What did Kyler do? Did he say anything to you?
Kyler said this: "I'm locked in." He said, "I'm locked in." James was out there. JC, he's just like, everybody couldn't believe that Kyler threw me the ball.
You got to redeem yourself.
I know. Yeah. I got to get the opportunity.
Come on now, bro. Come on.
The way he explained it, too, is like after the ball had fallen away, he was like all like dejected, like, man, I'm just embarrassing myself. And he threw the ball back, and James was like, bro, like, why'd you throw it to him? And Kyler's just walking off. He's like, I'm locked in.
Like James was looking at him like, bro, don't throw that poor guy the ball.
Yeah. But if you would have caught it, then
if I was like Greg Dortch and I catch it with one hand,
man, you got to redeem yourself.
Let the whole team down.
We got so next time you see K1, say, hey, you know the dorky, unathletic kid that you threw the ball.
Somebody said you got to do push-ups.
Yeah, out of the goodness of your own heart, give him another opportunity. And if I blow it, then
that's all she wrote.
Yeah.
Now you definitely got you owe the chat some push-ups.
Yeah, it's true.
How many push-ups do you have to on a drop?
It's up to you.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a big fan. Okay, so growing up, like, it's just things that you saw. Like, you see a receiver drop a pass, he does push-ups, but it's like, bro, why would you drop a pass and do 20 push-ups? Now your arms are tired.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
You can't lift your arms up to catch the ball. So it just never made sense.
They couldn't have done it with hoops. You ever do push-ups and try to shoot a basketball?
No. I mean, the shitty coaches would make you do that. Like, I remember my club team basketball coach, he was like, everybody drop. And I'm like, bro, how am I supposed to shoot this three when I got nothing but blood in my arms and pulsating? Like, this is stupid. It makes no sense. Yeah, you can't do that.
But
10.
So Gannon comes out yesterday, says it's either Kyler, Clayton Tune. Does that get kind of the locker room fired up at the possibility? Either one of those guys?
I wouldn't say fired up. I feel like we're confident in whoever they choose. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you could say fired up, but we just know whoever they pick is gonna be the right guy, and he's gonna take charge and he's gonna put us in the best position. And
You know what I love about what's happening with Kyler right now? And I don't know if you guys have had these talks, but it felt like, last year there was so much turmoil going on behind the scenes, and like he was kind of getting dragged a little bit on social and all this other stuff. And then ever since the regime change, it really does feel like the whole public, narrative has changed quite a bit. Like it very much pro Kyler. Like everybody's excited to see him come back. Everybody's feeling it. They're like, we probably had this wrong, that like he is a franchise quarterback. Like we need him back. I mean, listen, the juice in that stadium for his first home game back is going to be unreal.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I think it just goes to show like if you just put your head down and you just work and you don't really worry about the outside noise, and like when your time comes and you get to show everybody how long you've been working and the things that you've been doing, it's going to come to fruition. You can show that. That's when people will start to give you credit. He's a quarterback, man. He's an NFL quarterback, and sometimes that's what you get being an NFL quarterback. You're going to get everybody having opinions and different things to say about you. You just got to take it on the chin, and I feel like he's done that. And like you just said, the first game he comes back at home or whenever he comes back, it's going to be crazy.
It's going to be crazy.
I feel like as his wide receiver 37 on the depth chart, like that's how far down I am. I can speak from experience. But I've heard, like, somebody told me this, like, wait till you see the new Kyler. Like, does that make sense to you? Like, is there a difference for Kyler Murray?
No, I think he's the same guy. He didn't have to change. He's always been Kyler. He's always been the quarterback. He just went through a little adversity, and now that adversity is going away, so it's his time.
I'll ask you this. Maybe in terms of perspective, like in terms of his approach to the game might not be different, but I would assume that coming off of an injury, maybe that appreciation for being in the position to be able to play in the NFL really kind of hits home a little bit. When you're out there, you're like, damn, man, I should be out there right now. I'm hurt. I can't do this, that, the other. It's 100%. Frustrating. Like, that's...
And I just got a piece of that too last week as well, not playing, dealing with an injury. So it definitely just opens your eyes, man. Just makes you just be still and just enjoy the moment when the game's taken away from you. So yeah, for sure. Yeah,
let's talk about your status here going forward. But let me tell the friends in the chat about Shady Rays. Shady Rays, of course, are sunglasses partner here at PHNX. You can save yourself 50% off 2 or more pairs of Shady Rays sunglasses. They look like big-time, big brand designer sunglasses, but not at that big premium price. They're premium polarized shades, world-class product. They're durable. They look great for all your outdoor adventures. Go to ShadyRays.com. Check out their full product line right now. Go up to North Scottsdale. Go to Kierland Commons. Check out their store in person, and you can save still 50% off 2 or more pairs of premium polarized sunglasses by using that promo code PHNX. Just tell it to the sales associate. They're going to honor it there right on the spot for you. Also, you can go right now online, exclusive to our listeners only, ShadyRays.com. Given that best deal this season, PHNX, 50% off 2 or more of those premium polarized sunglasses. It's rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people online. Also, you can get the promo code PHNX, save on FOCO deals right now. FOCO, huge apparel, entertainment, merchandise seller of great stuff for Arizona Cardinals, official licensed accessories, toys, collectibles, novelty items, and more. It's best officially licensed gear for all sports fans and fandoms. Check out Suns gear, Sun Devils gear, Cardinals gear. Whatever you're into with the World Series going on, get yourself a D-backs Aloha shirt. Get a straw hat. Get out there and be in the crowd. Get noticed wearing your D-backs gear or out there in the Red Sea with the Arizona Cardinals. Get some Cardinals overalls. You look cool wearing those. Go to FOCO.com. Use the promo code PHNX. Get 10% off all non-sale items at FOCO.com.
I got a quick question for you.
Talk to me.
The tush push. Are you a big fan of it?
I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's wrong with it?
Well, so I think the Eagles kind of unlocked something. I thought about Kyler actually, because Kyler's not the tallest dude in the world, right? But they did the tush push fake reverse.
Who?
The Eagles against the Redskins. So now,
see it. Did it work? It worked?
Oh yeah, easy touchdown. The easiest touchdown anybody could ever ask for, right?
I gotta see
but then I thought, man, Kyler's not that tall. Like he's gonna be behind that offensive line. That would be such an easy executable thing for Kyler to like either bust through the line or just reverse it and go.
There's definitely ways to get creative out of that set. I definitely got to watch that play. But I'm a big fan of the tush push.
DeAndre Swift didn't have somebody within 20 yards of him.
Why are we calling it the tush push? It's called a quarterback sneak.
Because everybody's pushing them from behind.
Yeah, but like
nobody used to do that. They used to get fined or used to get flags for that in college football.
Do we not? I mean, I think that you guys are taking it to the next level with Trey McBride's touchdown. That was like a 17-yard push into the end zone.
Yeah, that was tough though. I thought they had blew it dead, and then 2 seconds later, everybody was cheering. So.
But it isn't. It's weird to think of a quarterback sneak has become this revolutionary play that's it's nearly unstoppable. I know they fumbled the snap last week, but then they had the different variation of it where they kick it out. But you guys incorporated for the first time this year. Like, what was that like? Was it just like, hey, let's just keep it simple, but this is something that we know works coming from Philly?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you see the statistics behind it. It obviously works.
They're gonna ban it.
I think they will.
They're going to ban
it.
How? Just because you're pushing guys?
Yeah, it's going to be
it's just
kind of like the wedge
easy,
buster when they had the kickoff returns. They had the wedge busters.
It can be stopped, though. You for sure can stop it, but more times than not, it's going to work. So it's just like, I don't know. I think it should stay in the game, honestly, but I feel like they'll take it out.
I mean, Hurts is 6'1". Kyler's 5'10". Like, that's not that big a difference. And
no,
he's
it's not.
Stout. He's got thick leg. Like, he's going to be able to do exactly what Hurts does.
For sure.
I mean, he's not squatting 700 like Hurts, but not many people are.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna get rid of that in the offseason, in my opinion.
Yeah,
there's just no way.
All right, let's talk about your status dealing with the ankle injury. You're moving around the studio quite well, right? How you feeling right now?
Feeling great, ready to go.
All right, there you
go.
Can't
wait.
Breaking some news out here. It was cool. Like you had said this when the mics were hot. That cool to see an opportunity. Obviously, you want to be out there each and every game day. But Andre Bocelli gets onto the active roster. Yeah,
my boy Andre, man, that was really great for him. I know he had family in town. Just his whole journey, everything he's been through, man. That was just great to see his name get called up and him have an opportunity to make plays. Like I told him, man, it's just football. Just go out there and just have fun. And you've been playing this game since you were a kid, so just go do that.
Yeah, you've been following the D-backs.
I have. I'm invested. Game tonight too. I need them to win this one tonight, man.
Are you going tonight?
No, I can't.
Okay, all right.
Can't go tonight. I wanted to go to the one yesterday, but we need this win tonight.
When did you truly get invested? Because we were talking about this. I think was it before?
Felt like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and you're
that's
like,
when I started. Yeah, that's when it started. That's when it started.
And then what got you hooked? Was it a certain play? Was there a certain moment? Was it watching PHNX D-backs?
I would just cut on the game one day, and I was just locked in.
Yeah.
Just locked in. Baseball games are a lot quicker now, too. So,
thank God, dude.
Back in the day, I used to watch baseball games. Like, when is this going to be over? Yeah. Now it's like pretty fluent. So.
Yeah, I mean, you get through 5 innings in about an hour and 15 minutes now, which is great. You know, I remember watching like Red Sox, Yankees, and that shit taking like 6 hours. Yeah. I'm like, bro, I don't have that kind of time. You know what I mean? But this, boom, let's go. It's been better for the fans overall.
Yeah. Yeah. So D-backs, I keep on sleeping on it. Like if they obviously they need it even this series, but if they win a World Series, we're gonna be having a parade in the streets of Phoenix.
It's wild. It's wild.
That they're
I wasn't
3 games from now.
I was in the military the last time we won a championship, and so I don't even know if they had a parade. I don't know, but
was that 2001?
2001, yeah. So and then you know they had a parade for the Suns when they lost in the finals in 1993, but they didn't have one for this last one. So yeah, I mean I'd be all about a championship parade.
We need that parade. Then.
We need one. We need one so bad here in the state.
Need that parade. If they don't get it, the Suns gonna get it.
I hope so.
You guys would put on a pretty good parade. I know you got a long way to go, but I mean, watching Travis Kelce catch a Bud Light from like 30 yards out, chug it and slam it, you know.
James Conner would be crazy.
Who would be the craziest guy in a parade float for you guys?
Probably JG. JG would be surprisingly. He'd tell you he'd surprise a lot of people, but James for sure. Me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a party.
JG seems like the type of dude that just is like he would he's the type of coach that strikes me as the type of person that would just kind of walk by and he would just say some subtle stuff to you and you're like for real? What? You know what I mean?
He got juice though. No, he's a pretty juiced up guy. When it's time to get juice, he got some juice.
Yeah. Cool.
Who is kind of an under the radar guy that we're sleeping on? That would be An all-star in a parade.
Matt Prater.
Prater, yeah, that's a great guess. Kyler definitely be turned too.
Yeah. What about like with Petzing? Like he seems so reserved.
Nah, he'll be turned. Everybody. Yeah, everybody.
You get to that level, everybody. All the hard work's paid off. It's easy to kind of let it rip.
That has to be a great feeling.
It's a great feeling being back. The All Purpose Podcast. Make sure you subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast. Leave a 5-star, leave a review as well. Helps us out big time. But like this video, and then big game this week on the road. JG's hometown, going back to Cleveland. Excited?
I didn't know he was from Cleveland.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't know that. This would be my first time in Cleveland too, so.
Well, you're going to love that dumpster fire in the city. Cleveland is the worst.
I heard their fans are like crazy.
I think it's set the river on fire over there.
This will be my first time down there.
I mean, you got to be a passionate fan if you've been following that team for as long as they have, so. We got a lot to figure out between now and then. Can't wait to get Greg back out in the practice field, making plays, getting ready for this game, returning pumps and kicks for this team as well. Come Sunday. You guys wearing black on Sunday?
Are we?
I heard that it might be black uniforms, but I don't know.
You hear things before I do, man. I don't know.
We'll see. I can't confirm that. I can't.
Well, that's good, man. That means you're locked in. You ain't worried about all that extra shit. Let's go.
Yeah,
so actually, we have a mannequin in our locker room who like they dress up as like what we'll wear during the game. So I usually know like the beginning of the week, but they haven't done it yet.
Your day off?
Yeah.
It's been in there watching film. It's been great to catch up with our guy Greg Dortch, the All Purpose Podcast. We'll talk to you next Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your week.
We all silly like the mayor.